Welcome everybody to Thursday's English lesson for this week. It's the last lesson of this week. Well done for getting this far. This is going to be quite a tricky lesson today. So if you haven't got a grown-up with you, I suggest you get one. It's really important that you have the opportunity to discuss with somebody what you think today's words are going to be. So, today we are going to be looking at reading some sentences from our Rosie Revere story, and it's all about the comprehension. So, can we work out what the tricky words, the odd words, the strange words, the new words mean just by looking at a sentence? Okay? And then right at the end, there is an activity where you're going to match the word to the meaning. Okay, so let's give this a go. As I said, it is going to be quite tricky. So if you've got somebody with you who can help you, because there's going to be a lot of pausing and thinking. Okay, so here's our first sentence. And the word that we're thinking about the meaning of is the word in blue. Okay, I'm just going to give you a minute to have a go at read this sentence yourself before I reread it and we think about what the word might mean. Okay, have a go at reading it now. Okay, don't worry if you're still going. There are some tricky words in this sentence. So let's have a look at it. She peeked in the trash for, tricky word now, treasures to add to her engineer's stash. Okay, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer's stash. What do we think the word peeked might mean? So pause the video and have a think. Talk to a grown-up. What do you tell them what you think the word peeked might mean? Okay, now you've had a go at thinking what the word peeked might mean, and you might know this one. I'm going to give you another sentence with the word in, and we'll see if we're right. So my new sentence says, I peeked in the cupboard for the biscuit tin. So what do you think peeked might mean? Okay, this is less about me telling you the answers and you discussing it with your grown-up, because they'll know what it means, hopefully. Let's have a look at the next one then. She made, I'm going to read this one for you because I'm being nice. She made a hot dog dispenser. So what do we think the word dispenser means? Think back to the story. What happened with the hot dogs? Okay, right, I want you to pause the video again and have a chat with your grown-up. What do you think dispenser means? Go. Okay, now you've had a think and a thought. Here's another sentence. Here's another sentence with that word in. I pressed the button on the dispenser and tomato sauce splurted out. Okay, so what do we think dispenser might mean? Hopefully, between you and your grown-up, you will have got it. Grown-ups, if they're not right, or if they're not quite, I need you to help them, okay? Just for a little bit for today. As I said, today is going to be quite tricky. Let's have a look at the next one. You have a go at reading this one. Okay, so it says, she worked with her hair swooping over one eye. So you think about the picture of Rosie Revere. what was happening with her hair. Here's my here's my other sentence, which is slightly different. The bird came swooping down to grab the worm. And I realised I've forgotten the full stop. So what does the word swooping mean? Think about what the word swooping means in the second sentence and what happens to her hair in the story. Where is her hair? Right, let's have a look at the next one. I'm going to read this one. Rosie Revere, who stood there embarrassed, perplexed and dismayed. Now that's 3 tricky words there. Embarrassed, perplexed and dismayed. We're just looking at this one. Okay, I'm going to reveal the next sentence straight away and then you can talk to your grown-up about what you think the word perplexed means. So my sentence is, I had a perplexed look when the cow started quacking. What do you think that word means? It's probably easier from the second sentence. Think about a cow and does it usually go quack? So what kind of look might you have on your face if a cow started to quack? You can pause this video at any point if you want to carry on talking, but I'm going to go on to the next one. He laughed till he wheezed and his eyes filled with tears. So what do you think that word wheezed means? He laughed till he wheezed and his eyes filled with tears. Here's my sentence. I was wheezing after I finished the marathon race. I was wheezing after I finished the marathon race. So if you finished a marathon race and you're wheezing, I'm going to give you an impression now. It's what's that? What do you think it might mean? Okay, let's have a go at another one. Her great-great-aunt was a true dynamo who worked building airplanes a long time ago. What do you think dynamo might mean in that sentence? Let's have a look at my sentence. Now this is only going to work if you like football. So Harry Kane is a dynamo with a football. So if you like football, you might be able to do this one. If not, you might need some parental help here. So have a think about this one. And we're going to move on to the next. I want you to read this one. It's a short one. Okay, well done. But time never lingers as long as it seems. So here's my sentence. If we linger too long, we will get into trouble. What do we think linger means? If we linger too long, we get into trouble. Right, let's have a go at another one. She hauled the cheesecopter onto the lawn to see what a ridiculous flop it would be. So what does the word ridiculous means? And here's my sentence. Take that ridiculous hat off your head. This one's quite a nice one actually. What do you think the word ridiculous means? Okay, long sentence, so I'll read this one. Young Rosie was baffled, embarrassed, perplexed. There's that word again. I failed, she said. It's just made of trash. What do we think the word embarrassed means? If you're embarrassed, how do you feel? Here's my sentence. I was so embarrassed, I went and hid in my room. What do you think that word might mean? As I said, pause it at any point if you want to have a longer conversation with your parents or a grown-up. But I'm going to move on to the task. So today's task, it says, in the story there were lots of new and exciting words. Now, a lot of these words are very tricky. And it's not necessarily about learning what these words are. It's about trying to work out what a word is from the sentence around it. And you can do this in your own reading of your reading book. When you come across a word that you don't understand, it's about reading the whole sentence and not just a word. And this is just a way of doing it. So here we have the words that were in blue. Peaked, dispenser, swooping, perplexed, wheezed, linger, ridiculous, embarrassed, dynamo. And then on this side, you've got what the word means. And again, you might need a grown-up to help you with this. I've done one of them for you, look. So here you've got dispenser, the blue arrow goes to a person or thing that gives things out. So you think about the sentence, I pressed the button on the dispenser and tomato sauce splurted out. That's what a dispenser is. It's dispensing, it's getting rid of, it's giving you tomato sauce. I'd like you to have a go at the other ones, okay? A puzzled or confused look, to look secretly, to be slow to leave, someone amazing, feeling uncomfortable, finding it difficult to breathe, sweep or fly down from above, something silly. So draw a line from the word to the meaning. And here is a little bit of a website that can help you. So if you've got access, well, obviously you've got access to the internet because you're watching the video. But here, if I click on this, it'll bring up the internet for me. And if you type the word into this box here, that will actually give you the meaning of the word, and then you can find it on your sheet. Okay? So that is another way of helping you to find the meaning if you don't already know it. So try and find the meanings first, and then if you don't know, have a go at this website down here. It might help you find the meaning of the words. And that's it for today. I'm looking forward for next week because we've got some fun activities next week as well. So good luck, and I look forward to marking your work at the weekend.